I started back in my kitchen in the early 70s. I always enjoyed gardening and I love cooking, and I've always been very concerned about health and nutrition. I had a homeopathic physician that brought me into the world, and I kind of attribute some of my good health to that today, because I didn't have drugs. And, we did more natural things. I always wanted to do something with business. Right after I graduated from college, I was married and I raised 2 boys. And I thought, before I pass through this world, I want to have a business. Well, what should I have it with? Not what I had my college degree in, which was soc psych, but to do something that I really wanted to do. We have many customers who tell us, just coming down the lane, you girls came down the lane here, a little wooded, kind of maybe a little hard to find country place, the cobwebs kind of go and the stress factor is alleviated. And if you go in the shop, there's the water fountain, and then there's music, and it's just kind of a, we have a lot of people come out and shop for maybe a jar of jelly just to get away from town and get away from all the pressures. Some things, I make a jelly from the lemon thyme, and we always have something with the lemon thyme jelly because everybody can relate to that. I use that a lot, and I teach heart healthy classes, and we teach nutritional eating. Thyme is an herb that most people don't realize. It was an astringent herb, and it's still used today. If you look on your bottle of Listerine, it'll say Thymol, that's the oil of thyme. Many of these are functional in other ways. You think of putting a sprig of thyme on your pot roast or making a jelly out of the lemon, but they are functional in many other ways. They're in some cleaning fluids, astringents. The oils of some of these herbs are extremely functional behind the scenes. This little plant is rosemary, and rosemary is, to me, everyone should have a rosemary plant, and definitely in their house, particularly in the wintertime. Rosemary seems to have sort of an antiviral quality to it. It's a strong, strong antioxidant, and we also have found that it's an anti-carcinogenic herb. U of I's done some studies. Some of the various universities, Purdue, have been studying these behind the scenes, and we're finding such wonderful things about them. Stimulates the oxygen to the brain, and if you're a history student, it's so fascinating. I love history. Back in the Greek history, where they crowned them when they took examinations with rosemary, or while they were trying to study and take examinations, that's not a dumb thing to do, because we know about patches now, and they were putting an antioxidant right up to the brain. Our spoon herbal sauce is our #1 seller. It's a wet good. It's a ketchup, but it has basil and lovage, and we make it right here on the farm. And since they found the lipokines to be great for particularly prostate cancer, any type of cancer, and ketchup is now listed as a vegetable in your school lunch programs, and it's because of the lycopene. The coloration in botanicals we now found have many hidden secrets, very nutritional. So that's probably our #1 seller, and you can do anything with it. It's a very versatile type. The jellies, we do a lot, and like I was telling you, with the heart healthy classes, I use a lot of the lemon thyme jelly on vegetables, so no salt, no butter. We do the chutney, which is a cranberry tangerine chutney, which was my mother's recipe. She always made it Thanksgiving time, and we never got enough of it. She only make like 6 or 8 jars, because that's when the cranberries and tangerines were out, and we would put it on cold turkey sandwiches. And to this day, I could eat a cold turkey sandwich with that chutney on. A lot of the chefs are using it. It has a fruity, the cranberry and the tangerine, and I use it in Heart Healthy. I use it on fruits, and it has no fat, no salt. It's a good way to get fruits.
Maribeth King, otherwise known as the Weed Lady, grows, sells, and uses herbs to enrich people's lives.
We grow many types of herbs for many types of reasons. Medicinal, culinary. Right now the culinary is big. We have homeopathy classes. We have craft classes, and of course are famous for our cooking schools. We've brought in chefs from all over. I started this in 1976 in my kitchen. I was always interested in herbs, cooking with herbs and medicinal herbs, sort of as a hobby. We're delighted that you're here today, and we hope you can enjoy this wonderful world of herbs. And I'd like to kind of take you around. This is called a formal garden, where your herbs are arranged in more of a geometric pattern. And as you'll notice, some of them are trimmed, perhaps as boxwood, and other shrubs would be trimmed. So it kind of creates a formal view. And I'm going to go through some of the different herbs, and we'll just discuss them. Of course, this bright yellow is shining out right now in all of its glory. This is an herb called calendula. Calendula, it's a pot marigold, not your African or Indian marigold that you so often see. But this is an annual, and it's self-seeding, but it's a favorite among the chefs. It has a rather false saffron-like flavor to it. But if you can eat the herb, you can eat the bloom from the herb. We want to have the whole atmosphere where you see the plant growing, where you taste it, where you know from professionals and experts what the benefits to your body are, from good chefs, how wonderful they can taste. It's the ultimate goal, which I intend to be around to see.
I heard you saying healthy for the heart and the soul.
Well, yes, all soups are healthy for the soul.
Yeah, so what are we doing here?
This is a split pea soup, and I'm going to throw it together to show you how easy it is. These are split peas, lentils. These are high in fiber and in protein. And then, of course, you have to have a little zip-zap. Seasoning is really the name of the game. Do you like it hot?
I love it hot.
Okay, we'll put a little bit more than the average of the Mari-Mann cayenne pepper.
Let's see if we can show this here.
And then thyme.
Spill it.
Yeah, it is. A lot of people say thyme.
What?
That's all right, too. It's all the same. They're probably over about 35, 40 cultivars of thyme.
What kind of flavor does thyme give? Because I'm not familiar with
Thyme is,
Taste it.
yeah,
Oh,
it's unique. It's sort of like, what is sage, what is, you know, they have their own unique flavors. But there's so many different kinds. I make a jelly out of the lemon thyme, our famous lemon thyme jelly. That's all you do. We've got all our seasonings in to go. Do you want to pitch?
And then about how long will you cook this?
This will cook for 20 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
But I like to put it in the blender.
And you actually
And
have
I
it in the
have it
crock pot
here
sitting.
all hot and ready to go. I have basil, which is a detoxifier, and lovage, which the Romans and the Greeks considered aphrodisiac. So it's a very healthy, good for you.
Can I try some?
We will be having physicians and herbalists. We'll have homeopathic instructors. We're doing what we call integrated medicine, along with a lot of good fun things like a high tea and a gorgeous gourmet luncheon that ADM and Marcia's Waterfront are doing. And we'll have vendors with all sorts of things, and free tastings in the shop. The admission is free. The luncheon, of course, and high tea.
Jordan, is it fun to be involved in this project?
Yes, it is.
What do you like about it?
I like just helping my grandma with different things.
Now, if people want to take a shuttle bus for this, they can
Yes,
do it.
and park in Fairview Park. We go through the garden explaining different herbs.
Maribeth King runs an herb farm outside of Decatur.
People are really interested in how do you use this stuff? What do you do with it? How do you cook with it? How do you put it into your body in pill form?
The herb farm is one of many agritourism spots in central Illinois.
Oh yeah, they're for all the herbs. God gave the herb growing seed in Genesis, so they're here for everything. And of course, alternative medicine has rapidly caught on. We are just not doubling, not tripling. We're just going full speed ahead. I think I would have aged much faster than I am aging, and I think my quality of life would have been entirely different.
It's not uncommon to see a woman her age active, according to Dr. Stephen Getter. But Maribeth isn't using traditional medicine to keep on track.
I don't take any prescriptions. I don't do drugs, street or otherwise.
She's turned this philosophy into a growing business, literally. Maribeth started the Mari-Mann Herb Company in Decatur in the early 70s. People come in every day to learn how herbs and other natural supplements can extend their lives.
And I don't want to live to be 102 unless I can be real healthy.
This doctor did the mastectomy, and I was back here at work in 4 days. But I took care of my body through this and building up to it. The cancer isn't anything I really think about. I think about how I feel and what's going on in my life.
Maribeth King says what you eat is what you are. She relies on nature to stay healthy.
We could cut back on so many of the illnesses we have if you just know how to eat.
She shows us a few of her favorites, like rosemary.
The same medication that they're starting to give Alzheimer patients is in rosemary.
Dill is another favorite.
It's a calming herb. I used to put in baby pillows. Well, for centuries, what people did was take this wormwood. You can smell it. It smells exactly like absorbing junior. It's the main ingredient. And we would just put it on if we had something. And you can feel the heat. Behind us is another artemisia called mugwort. It's a fragrance that deters mosquitoes. And all the things that we need for our bodies are in these plants. We feel we're contributing to people's knowledge. One of the most dangerous things that can happen to people is ignorance, and particularly about your health.
Baby, farewell, my own true love, I'm gonna go away and leave you, never to see you any, never gonna see you any. I'm gonna sail upon that big ferry boat, never to return again.